Alright guys, so this is just a section of my track. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna loop it and then show you around how I came up with this track pattern by pattern. So I'm gonna start off with my drum kit. So this is the very simple way of producing house tracks, or for me, I just follow this routine. So the routine is that I start off with my drum kit, I make it very solid. From then I can move on to my pads, my keys, and my leads and all other stuff. So I just have to make this drum kit first. So how do we go about this? Right, that's the simple bass. That's the simple kick that I have. And then to make it less simple, I'm just gonna add a second kick. Right, you can hear the difference. And then next off, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a clap. As you can hear, the clap has got that tail on it. So that tail is the reverb. Now I'm gonna add my heads. Also the heads have got a reverb to it, so that's channel 3. They also have a reverb. And then I'm gonna go to my shakers. Alright, those are my shakers. So I just fill each and every step here on the shakers. But then because they sound too low, I back them up with this head and then use this head as a shaker now. Alright, that's a simple drum kit. And then to go about mastering this drum kit, what I did is I used the template that they have on FL Studio. Unfortunately, my software does not show when I right click, but then you just go to File, right? You go to New from Template, and then you go to Utility, then you go to Drum Mix. So it loads in the EQ, compression, and reverb to your mixer for you. Alright, so that's our drum kit. It's very solid, very simple, and it's dusted now. Now what do we do now? Now we're gonna add a pad. Right, we're gonna add a pad. So we're gonna go to our GMS and add a pad. How do we add that pad? So that's a minor 9, F4, G sharp 4, C5, D sharp 5, and G5. So that's our pad. Now let's play everything all together. But then what I like doing with my pads is I like automating this cutoff frequency. So I just like as you can hear, it sounds very different. So what I do is I create automation clip, and then so that's the waveform of the automation clip. And then I add on top another pad. Okay, let me add some more. So I've done my drum kit, my pads, and then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some keys now. So for keys, I trust the Purity plugin. So what I did is I used the same minor 9th chord. So that's F4, G sharp 4, C5, D sharp 5, and G5. And then what I did is I duplicated this by holding shift and then dragging them to the right, and then I transpose them up to create these notes that you see over there. So I'm gonna delete this. and then that's how it sounds all together in the track. So now I'm gonna add some leads now. So these are the leads from GMS3. Okay, now the software is starting to glitch a bit, so I'm gonna turn some compressor off. Increase the volume here. I apologize for the switches and volumes. I'm just trying to make the software not to glitch. So these are the leads that I use. These are the leads. And then now what I do next is I now try to compose a bass line now. So I use the log drum and the bass line from this. It's called the Citrus. Unfortunately, I can't show the software can't show when I right click, but then it's from the Citrus plugin. So now I add these two bass lines. Software is kind of glitching, so let me turn off maximize. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add a different combination of leads now. So you don't necessarily have to play all the elements at once. See these elements that I have here, these leads. I can't play them together with these ones over here. So I have to turn them off and then switch to this one. Because when they're together, it's just too chaotic. But then they're fine when it's only these and the drum kits. But then I just prefer having to play these ones, not playing these ones together with these ones. To compose this here, I was just playing around. I don't even know what I was doing here, but then basically what you have to do is, this is the minor 9th chord. There's a missing note here. Okay, so this is the minor 9th. It's F4, G sharp 4, C5, D5 sharp and G5. This is a minor 9th chord. Is it minor 9th or minor 7th? Something like that. I don't know the music theory of it, but then basically what happens is I'm just pasting random notes on the piano roll until it sounds right, but then I have to make sure that whatever note I put, it has to fall along these lines. If it's here, then it might sound off tune. There's a possibility it's gonna sound off tune, but then if I put it here, the sound is gonna be different, but then it's still gonna be fine because it's along this G5, which is part of the minor 7th, I think it's 9th. Alright, so yeah, that's basically what I just did. I just played around with these notes and it came out fine. So I'm gonna delete this. This is here. I think I kind of messed up with my track, so I'm gonna go to undo and then try to get that back there. Cool. Now that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this in the track now. And then now I'm gonna turn on my bass line now. Then now I made use of this sub bass from the E flute. It's found on DX10 plugin. So that's the E flute, and this is how it sounds alone. Alright, now on the track this is how it sounds. Now the track is complete now. So now what you have to do is you just have to be strategic about this track arrangement. And then let me just show you how I arrange my track quickly here. So what I did is, so there's this mark of 17 here, and there's this mark of 33 here. At each of these marks, there are new elements coming into the track now. So because I use two pairs, I like starting off with one pad at the beginning of the track and then having another one coming in right at the middle of the track. Not really the middle, but as the track is playing. And then I've got a minor break there and a major break there. That's just about the track arrangement. And one other thing about the track arrangement is that you have to make use of these crashes. You just have to make use of these guys, and just make sure to keep them a bit low, because if they're loud, they won't sound fine. See, they're low. And then one other thing is, like, when you use them, just use them in a way that they introduce some new elements into the track. See, I used them right before the beginning of the E flute. See, it sounds nicer that way. And one other thing on track arrangement is that just try to not have elements coming in like all at once. I don't know how to say it, but like, if you can look at the track arrangement, I mostly used automation clips on most of my elements, and then the volume increases gradually. Instead of an element coming in as it's banging in, I just use the automation clip to you know, like, to increase its volume gradually, so it does not just come in all at once. It just comes in increasing gradually. So yeah, just try to make use of that. If it does not allow, then find another way. You just need to be creative when it comes to this.